Hey everybody, and welcome to the video today. Again, I'm going to bring y'all along to my weekly Goodwill shopping trip. I love my Goodwill, and I've had so many of y'all comment about how nice of a store it is, and it truly is. So let's go in and see what kind of treasures we can find to bring home. And at the end of the video, I'll style things, and I'll also make over and do a DIY project for y'all. They always have a good silver selection, just random items on the shelves, but a lot of times you can find some really beautiful silver and silver plated items. You can find trays and plates. You can find pitchers and creamers. I love to look at these type things because look, $1.99. That's a great styling piece, and you can do so many things with some beautiful ornate silver plated pieces like these. And look at this beautiful bud vase that was back in the back. Look at that beaded scalloped edge and look at the ornate detail at the bottom. This piece was made in India for only $1.99. This pewter piece right here is very interesting and I'm not sure what it is. So if you know, leave a comment down below. I'm not sure if this is a flower frog or if it serves a different purpose. A lot of y'all have been leaving me comments on my Goodwill shopping trip videos that your Goodwills in your area are not as nice as the one that I go to. And I have to agree, the one that I go to, it is very nice and it's very well organized and they have a really nice staff that works and they're very helpful and very nice. So I love shopping there, and like I say, you can dig around and you can find some really good deals on some beautiful home decor. This day I am looking at some holiday decor for the upcoming holiday season, and I'll show you toward the end of the video a few things that I did bring home. You know, I brought home some things that I'm going to style for you that will go for the fall season, and I'm going to style some things for you that I have got that'll go for the summer season and also for the upcoming holiday season. So y'all just stick around and I will show y'all in just a few minutes the things that I purchased, I brought home, how I made them over, and how I styled them in my home. I'm not sure what this piece is, but it was only 99 cents, and it is fluted glass on the bottom. So if you know what this is, let me know. I thought these beautiful floral fluted glasses were really pretty. There was a set of 3, but they were $1.99 each. But I think those would make for a beautiful spring and summer tablescape. I always love to look through the tins. You never know what kind of tins you're going to find, and I collect vintage tins. These are great to pick up. You can, put cookies and treats in these around the holiday season. But this one right here really caught my eye because I thought that was Queen Elizabeth on the front. So I love vintage tins, and I collect a lot of the Whitman sampler tins when I see those out. So don't ever pass up the tins because you never know what kind of treasure you can find. So now let's jump over to the Christmas aisle. Every week, my Goodwill restocks the Christmas aisle. I think a lot of people right now are cleaning out, having yard sales, so they're actually dragging out a lot of their Christmas decor and they're donating it to the thrift store. The Nutcracker right here was $2.99. He looks like he was probably a Hobby Lobby piece. This right here was a really pretty Lenox ornament for $1.99. So you can get some really pretty home decor and Christmas decorations for your home at some really good prices. I always love it when I find glass ornaments. These back in the day were $1.99. These right here were absolutely beautiful. So if you were in the blues and the whites and you're going to decorate for this color for Christmas this year, for $2.99, that's a great deal on a big box of glass ornaments. Now, let's go home. I'll show you what I bought this day, and I will also show y'all a little DIY makeover. So the first thing I purchased, y'all know I had to take home this vintage tin. It was only $1.99, and to me it is in really good condition. All I did to this little tin was I got a baby wipe, and I wiped it down really good, and I cleaned it. When I get vintage items like this, I love to do some research just to see how old they really are. This is an antique, and it was the Queen Elizabeth marriage tin, and it was produced, I think, in 1953. So what a great, unique item. I think it's absolutely beautiful, and this is just such a beautiful display piece to add in to your vignettes, and you can put this out and use it for all the seasons. Now, I could not pass up this little Happy Fall chalkboard. I love the little wooden handle. This was $1.99. We're going to make it into a little DIY project piece. We're not going to do anything to it. I'm just going to use a glue stick. I went out to the graphics fairy and I downloaded a free printable. I did a Christmas themed one since this is Christmas in July and we are, working on, maybe some Christmas decorations and some crafts for the holiday season. I just attached it and then I added some greenery and a ribbon. Just a simple, beautiful DIY project piece that we've already got ready now for the holiday season. One of my most favorite sections at the Goodwill is the frame section. I always find some really unique and beautiful frames. This one right here was no exception with its mirrored edge. It was only 99 cents. I just took a gift bag graphic, cut it out, and cut it down to size to fit the frame. You can also use old Christmas cards you may have got. You can go out to the graphics fairy and download a free printable. So now we've got a beautiful framed piece of art that we only spent 99 cents on. I said only had one makeover today, but I actually have another thing that I want to show y'all that is so easy to do and some things that you will find at the thrift store like I did. This is a poster and they had several of these to select from and they were 99 cents each. I just kind of scrolled through the selection that they had and I picked out this one. I thought this one would be great for a fall graphic design. Now, picking out a poster, this one I did not realize it has a crease in the center, so you will see that once I get it done. So, this one does have like a flaw, but it's not super noticeable. But lesson learned, when you're picking out posters or graphics like this, at the thrift store or wherever you are shopping and you're buying a poster, make sure that it is smooth, across the front. It doesn't have any creases or tears in it. So I'm just sizing this one down, and to do that, I just marked the inside of my frame with a pencil, made some marks, and then I'm just using that cardboard backing that come with the graphic as a straight edge. Then once I got my straight lines drew, I just went in with my scissors, and I'm just going to cut away all the excess paper until I get this poster cut down to fit the inside of my frame. Now once I get it cut down to fit the inside of the frame, I'm going to put it back onto that cardboard backing. Now you can do this a few ways. You can use a good quality glue stick, and I'm going to do both. I'm going to apply one strip with a good quality glue stick, and once I get one end secured really well on my cardboard, then I'm going to take it outside and I'm going to use some Gorilla spray adhesive. Gorilla spray adhesive is really good when you need to adhere a large graphic to a base. It sprays on and it does really well. Mine's getting a little bit old in the can and it don't spray as good as it used to, but I always keep this on hand because it really comes in handy. So I did take it outside. I sprayed it on the cardboard. I put my graphic back down over the cardboard and I'm rolling over it really well and smoothing it out with my brayer. Once I got it smoothed out really good and it was adhered to the base really well, now I'm just going in with a razor and I'm just going around and I'm cutting off the excess cardboard. Once I get it cut down to size, and I'll make sure to trim off any excess cardboard around the edges, I'm going to put it back in the frame. I'm going to secure it back in the frame using a little bit of hot glue in all the corners. I think this little 99-cent poster worked out great. I already had the frame on hand, so this y'all cost me less than $1 from the thrift store. I think my most favorite piece that I found at the Goodwill on this day was this brass pheasant. Now, if you know anything about this, please let me know. I did a little bit of research, but I couldn't find one exactly like this. So I didn't know if somebody, had handmade the base, but I don't think they did. I Google lensed the piece and nothing came up exactly like it. I'm not even sure if it's a pheasant bird, but I think it is. But y'all, they are not cheap. So, I think I got a great deal for $5.99, and two, I got a great deal because it was something I've been wanting. I absolutely love brass birds and the pheasants. I've been pricing them out, and they were very pricey when I would find them. So I think this one right here is my favorite score for the day. I absolutely love this piece. Y'all know I love ornate detail on anything, and this beaded scalloped edge on this piece was absolutely beautiful. I looked this up, I did a Google lens, and it did come up. So it is a Colonial silver antique Victorian quadruple plate vase by Wilcox Meridian. And I went out and looked, and it is in the Victorian era, and it goes out and it tells you about the Colonial Silver Company and the Wilcox Meridian, I think in Connecticut. So, and I learned a lesson that had some writing on one side, so I got my magic erase pad out to get the writing off, but it also cleaned the silver or the silver plate, whatever this is. My sponge was black. So this is just a kind of a little tip or hack that I didn't know about. Get out your erase pads and try to clean some of your silver. If you got some tarnish on them or if they've got some black on them, it doesn't do a perfect job, but it does clean them up a lot. So as you can see, I cleaned this one all the way around, and look how much prettier it is. Also, over in the silver section was this little single candlestick holder. I thought this was so pretty. I don't think this is worth a lot, and it was priced up at $4.99. But I loved it, and I think it'll make a great piece to put a taper LED candle in. So I brought it home, and I styled it again with some Christmas greenery and some vintage Christmas cards. As y'all can tell, if you don't know already, I love unique items. This right here is a fluted glass piece. It has like a brass detail around the top. Now, I'm not even sure what this piece is, but for 99 cents, I was going to definitely bring it home, do some research. But, I'm not real sure. So if y'all know what it is, let me know. It could be the piece off of an old lantern. It could be an old perfume bottle. It could be a bud vase. There's so many ways and things that this little vase could have been. I'm going to style it a few ways for you just to show you some options if you find a piece like this. It's so unique. But you can style this on a vanity tray and put some of your, vintage compacts, your jewelry, pictures. It just makes a beautiful detail piece on its own. You could also put some flowers in this, use it for a bud vase. You could also put a votive candle in it and use it as a candle holder. So many things you can use a little unique piece like this when you bring it home. And not everybody will have a piece like this. This is not something you can just go in Hobby Lobby and purchase. This is a piece that is so unique but absolutely beautiful. I also couldn't resist bringing home this white ceramic planner. They had a ladle in it at Goodwill and it come with it, but I do not think the ladle went with it. So I'm just going to use it as a planner box, and I'm also just going to fit this little planner box down in it. This one actually come from a yard sale that one of my good friends had, and I think she charged me $1 for this. The ceramic planner that I bought with the greenery in it, it's pretty too, but I just wanted to put the greenery down in this other ceramic planner that I got because it's got such a pretty ornate detail. Now this greenery can be left out for all the seasons. You could, put this out for spring, summer, fall, or Christmas. But I'm going to put a little Christmas tag on it. Like I say, we're kind of celebrating the holidays for 2025 here in July. Just get some inspiration and ideas and doing some shopping early of some home decor that we can use to decorate our homes for the winter season. Y'all want to know what I've been up to this summer? Look at my beautiful blueberry bush. Y'all, I have a blueberry bush that me and Ben planted at our house when we moved in over 8 years ago. This blueberry bush has just thrived and thrived. Every year it comes back bigger and better than ever, and it puts on some of the prettiest, best blueberries. We have picked blueberries so much this summer, and I have tried to share them with family and friends. A couple of other really useful, really cute home decor pieces that I've been enjoying and using this summer are these little berry baskets. These are ceramic, and these I purchased at Dollar General for $3 each. They come with the little berry baskets, and they also come with a matching tray. So I got the strawberry themed one and also got the blueberry one. So if you see these at your Dollar General, pick these up because I think these make a great addition to your summertime tablescapes to add that special touch when you're hosting family and friends. Okay, y'all, we are at the end of the video, but make sure to leave me a comment down below and let me know what your favorite find was today when we went thrift store shopping. This video was a little bit of everything. We had a little bit of summer decor, we had some fall decor, and we threw in some winter holiday decor also. You just never know at the thrift store what you're going to find. So I just brought it all home, kind of got creative and threw it all together. So this is just a video. If you are still decorating for summer, that's great. If you're looking forward to fall, hopefully it gave you some fall inspiration. And if you're like me, I am so ready to decorate for Christmas. So as always, I love y'all, I appreciate y'all, and I will plan to see y'all all back here next Wednesday for a brand new video. Bye y'all.